You hatch inside your mother fully formed. A short while later, you are released into the pitch-black, near-freezing depths of the ocean. The moment you enter the water, your mother turns and swims away. You and your siblings separate, drifting entirely alone into the dark. The water here is barely above freezing, but your body stays warm. This cross-section of the shark's skin reveals a sophisticated biological defense. The tissue is packed with specialized chemicals that act as a biological antifreeze. These compounds block ice crystals from forming inside your cells, allowing you to remain active in conditions that would kill most other fish. You sink further down, settling around 500 meters deep. The sunlight completely disappears. Down here, the water is thick and cold. Almost nothing moves quickly, and there is no environmental pressure pushing you to expend your energy. Eventually, a dead fish spirals slowly down through the water toward you. You open your jaws and move in. Suddenly, you clunk heads with another shark doing the exact same thing. It's one of your siblings. The impact knocks you both off course, and the fish drifts away into the dark. Neither of you tries to chase it. In this freezing abyss, chasing a lost meal costs more than the meal itself. Success belongs to the creature that moves the least. You are optimized for a life of extreme stillness, burning the absolute minimum amount of fuel to simply outlast your surroundings. Over your first few years, small deep-sea crustaceans find you. They attach themselves tightly to your corneas and refuse to let go. They don't kill you, but the longer they stay, the worse the damage gets, eventually leaving you completely blind. Losing your eyes doesn't stop you navigating the deep. You track food using a fine-tuned sense of smell, pulling you toward decaying meals. At the same time, your skin picks up faint electrical pulses given off by nearby animals when they come close. Then, a strange vibration cuts through the water. It doesn't pulse like a breathing animal, and it doesn't glide like a predator. It's a continuous, focused hum that tracks your movements as you try to sink away into thicker water. You have no way of knowing what you've just encountered, but this submersible is a human craft, plunging into an alien world. To the researchers inside, you are a rare anomaly. They watch you for a few moments, and then the hum fades away as the pressure softens and they return to the surface. You exist completely removed from that fast-paced world above. The sun, the weather, and the noise of the surface never reach you. You are perfectly adapted to the slow, silent void of the deep ocean. By the time you reach 50 years of age, you've barely grown. Your metabolism operates at such an extreme crawl that you only add about 1 single centimeter of length to your body each year. One day, you pick up a thick, unfamiliar scent and follow it to the seafloor. It's bloated, heavy, and sinking. Somehow, a dead moose has fallen from the surface, and smaller scavengers are already clustering along the edges to feed. You move in and sink your teeth into the thickest part of the carcass. Instantly, a sharp, sudden pain shoots through your side. A long, thick tentacle whips out from behind the body. It's a squid, hiding in the dark, stabbing you to protect its meal. You don't fight back. You just pull away and keep moving. You keep drifting until you stumble across an enormous shape lying still on the ocean floor. To understand the scale of what you've found, look at these adult sperm whales. Finding a creature this massive resting in the deep presents a feast that could sustain your slow body for days. You reach the belly and lock your jaw. Immediately, the massive tail lifts and swings in a wide, violent arc. The whale is alive, merely resting, and the force of its reaction launches your heavy body across the seafloor. You correct your posture and ascend, bruised but intact. Surviving off the scraps of the deep ocean means you are too slow to hunt live prey. Enduring these sudden physical beatings is the price you pay for the energy those scraps provide. A full century passes. You are now 150 years old and have finally reached sexual maturity. You detect a soft pattern of electrical pulses and briefly swim alongside another Greenland shark. You mate, and immediately after, you turn in opposite directions. There is no bond, and neither of you looks back. Skip forward another 100 years, At age 250, your body has thickened significantly. You catch the heavy scent of fresh blood and track it down to the body of a dead seal. As you adjust your angle to take a bite, you are ambushed. A smaller, agile six-gill shark darts out of the dark. It executes a tight, twisting strike, its jaws tearing a deep, ragged cut across your side before you can even react to the movement. The six-gill banks around for a second pass. This time, you don't retreat. You pivot your heavy frame and lunge. Your jaws lock onto the attacker, tearing a deep wound as the six-gill thrashes into the dark. Despite your lethargy, your sheer mass generates a crushing force. You retreat to the deep to heal. You lack the speed to hunt, but 2.5 centuries of growth have provided you with a massive physical presence. Your primary defense isn't agility, but the ability to absorb a strike and return it with enough force to drive away faster predators. Another 1.5 centuries pass. You are exactly 400 years old. Look closely at this adult Greenland shark. This is 4 centuries of survival. Your body is massive, thick-skinned, and mapped with deep scars, and you are still trudging steadily and blindly through the dark. You follow a familiar current along the seafloor when the pressure suddenly drops. A massive impact strikes from below, lifting your heavy body upward and violently spinning you completely upside down. This diagram shows exactly what happens next. Flipping your body 180 degrees triggers a biological response called tonic immobility. The moment you are inverted, the nerve pathways running along your spine shut down entirely. Your nervous system paralyzes movement, leaving you helpless in the water. You try to move, but your body doesn't respond. A swarm of killer whales closes in from the dark. They are fast, coordinated, and aggressive, darting around your paralyzed body and taking massive bites out of your fins and jaws. You don't struggle. The killer whales take what they need, leaving as quickly as they arrived. After 4 centuries of quiet, slow endurance, your deeply scarred body sinks back to the seafloor. In the freezing dark, your immense carcass will become the exact kind of deep sea fall that sustains the next generation.